Welcome to the morning shoot around here on the Athletic NBA Daily. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. With me, Dave DuFour. And
this is where we would have like some kind of fill in.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta do that yourself.
We need a live studio audience, actually.
A live studio audience.
Yeah, like Mama's Family, they used to record in front of a live studio audience. So you get like real
some like Family Feud music in the background.
Don't ask why Mama's Family was my first choice there.
All the shows to pick, you chose Mama's Family?
I was having a conversation with someone the other day about Vicki Lawrence and just how funny she was. Like we were talking about female comedians that we really liked.
I mean, you could be saying the most. I mean, this could all be fake. I've never heard of anything you're talking about.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Yeah, you might as well be speaking of.
Oh man. Yeah. See, I finally just showed how old I am. Is what it is.
Say like Full House.
But Full House, did they have a live audience, or was that
at least had a laugh track?
Yeah. You know what? Family Matters was.
I was gonna say Family Matters was the
Family
one.
Matters.
Yeah.
Know that.
Yeah. There you go.
Seen it, watched it. Urkel. Okay.
Yeah.
Baraheni is also here with us.
Hello, everybody. What up?
And a diatribe about the lack.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it feels, right?
Yeah.
Today we are going to do a 2021 redraft and kind of use it as a vehicle to talk about how this 2021 class is impacting the NBA at large so far this season, and it is to a large degree. I'm excited to talk about this class. It's one that a couple years ago looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it did not look good. It was like, oh, Evan Mobley should have gone number one, obviously. And he's like really the only good player from this class. He and Franz Wagner are the only like two good players from this class. It's a different story today. So
yeah,
thought it could be kind of fun to go through this. I did a randomizer to get the draft order. It will be Dave, then S, and then me.
Okay.
Snake draft style.
Oh, people are gonna hate me regardless of what I do with the second pick.
Oh no.
We'll get 5. Each of us get 5 picks, and then you can let us know why you hate it. Okay. Which is what you do because you're on the internet. All right.
It's true.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to pull up our list here so you guys can look at it as we go here on YouTube. So if you're not watching on YouTube, we would love for you to join us live. Usually around 1:00 Eastern is when we are starting this. I know it's called the morning shoot around, but we don't care about time. Time is
well, it's morning for me.
It's morning for Dave. You know what? It's all about Dave.
Well, because I sleep at 3:30 now. It's also morning.
That's fair. Wow. Late night last night. Fun show though.
Yeah, it was a fun show. Also, just on the 2021 class.
Yep.
The depth of this class is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at it, even outside, because I know we're probably only going to go like a few picks or whatever.
We're going to do
15 picks. Okay, cool. Honestly, we could probably go even deeper because there are so many guys who are like rotation players, obviously guys who are like all-stars and all NBA guys, and then guys who are still kicking around the league. Like I was looking at it earlier. There's only 6 like big time misses in the first round of this draft. Otherwise, everybody else is either still kicking in the league, a rotation player or starter, and then or like an all-star / all NBA guy, that's rare for a draft,
And 4 years later, by the way, like this is we're not talking like 6 even where some of these guys were late bloomers. Everyone by the end of year 4 is going to be, I don't know, an all-star level, like all these guys, like the top 7 or something from this class.
There's a lot of probably top 8 -1. Like
the
way I would put it. This is a class that's near and dear to my heart because it was like the Thunder's first class of like players that they brought in after like their first year of tanking.
Yep.
And we did a lottery party, and it was like the first like post-COVID event that we did for Down to Dunk. And like people showed out like crazy. The thought was like the Thunder could get the first pick and the 5th pick because they had this Rockets pick that was top 3 protected.
Yeah.
And they ended up with 6.
Damn, it really feels like every year there's something like that with the Thunder.
That Sam Presti, he's doing stuff over there.
Yeah,
Man, we made fun of Law for this last night. He gets tagged in social media at the end of every loss by Thunder fans who have spun the Tankathon every night.
6.8% chance, man. 6.8% chance.
I've tagged him before. I've done that. But yeah, I remember I have a video of it, and I sent it to Keith Parrish because Keith is like the most like anti-tank person I know, and he's like, tanking is so dumb. This will never work. This is going to be a disaster for the Thunder. And I took this video of like Thunder fans like slowly like just the air being let out of this balloon of like excitement because the Thunder did not get one of the top picks. But anyways, Dave, pick number 1 of the 2021 NBA redraft here on the morning shoot around. Who you got?
Oh man, God, imagine if the Thunder could have drafted Cade Cunningham like I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't want to even say he's a late bloomer. I'll say I was late, right? I think injuries really delayed what we're seeing over the course of the last 2 seasons, like now, including this one. This dude is legit. I mean, he's an MVP candidate right now. Obviously, they're having a great start to the season. They're 15-2. Mm-hmm. What is he at? Is he at 30 a game? 27, 6, and 10 assists. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about Cade all season long. He can score everywhere. The three is looking so much better this year. He looks like out of this class. He looks like the guy who is the MVP. Like if one of the guys in this class is going to win MVP, it's Cade Cunningham.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm still holding out hope that Evan Mobley can continue to develop his offensive game.
That's the thing holding him back.
But
he's clearly number 2 to me. But
I don't think so.
Where you go?
Yeah, I think. Look, this is like the perfect time for me to do my Scotty Barnes pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a legitimate conversation because if you look at Scotty and Evan, 2 guys who are going to get compared to each other for the rest of their careers just because of how the Rookie of the Year race went out.
Mm-hmm.
Also because they've both had like on again, off again seasons. Last year was a bad year for Scotty. Evan Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year. This year has been a strugglesome start for Mobley. Obviously a really good start for Scotty this year. And I think part of it is they're both trying to figure out, or they maybe have figured out that they're not like the number 1 scoring option on a championship team. I don't think either of those guys are going to be that, but they're both like these Swiss Army knife guys who can handle the rock, who can make plays, who are also obviously wildly talented defenders.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, and I guess this is just part of like me covering the Raptors versus not covering the Cavs. I personally think the variety of ways Scotty can impact the game on both ends is a little bit better than what Evan Mobley can do at a baseline. If the Mobley stuff pans out offensively and he really does become what people thought of as like the Kevin Garnett of today, which I don't necessarily see happening, then yes, it's obviously Evan Mobley. But at this point, I do think there's pretty valid reasons for taking Scotty over Evan, just because I think both of them have offensive questions. I think both of them need to be set up offensively. They're both very talented defenders, but I like Scotty's passing more. I like his decision-making more. I like his ball handling more. He's a wing who can kind of create a little bit more than Evan can. So I lean Scotty.
Yeah. And Scotty is giant.
He is huge.
Like you say, he's a wing. Like sometimes when you think of a wing, like, oh, like a 6'6" wing. This dude is massive. He's the size of like some centers.
Yeah, he's almost as big as Dwight Howard.
Yeah. Like
for real.
People
do not realize that. Like Dwight Howard's like 6'9" on a good day.
Yeah.
And just jacked. And Scotty Barnes is getting there.
There's this video of Scotty and the Raptors pre-draft workout thing, and they're measuring his hands. and it was the biggest hands that they had ever measured, including Kawhi.
Yeah.
So it was like he just has these ginormous mitts of hands that
my friend Mike Weisenberg, he does draft stuff, and he actually was talking to me about Scotty Barnes when he was in high school because he wanted him to go to Oregon. And he's like, we're gonna get Scotty Barnes. Like I was hearing about him when I think Scotty was like 16.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's also Canadian, so he was pumped that the Raptors.
Oh hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike. Yeah.
But I heard about the hand measurements from Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Man.
You get a text about a basketball player's hands. You know what I mean? Like, something crazy is happening.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Scotty and his parents for just allowing him to go by Scotty, because I don't know that his career goes like this if his name is Scott Barnes.
True. It's true. That is true.
Scott Barnes. It sounds like
there's actually
an MBA.
There's a restaurant here in Toronto called Scotch Bonnet. It's like perfect sponsorship opportunity there.
Yeah, for real. I will take at 3. I will take Evan Mobley.
Naturally, yeah.
Good
value pick, by the way.
Like, it makes.
I'm feeling really good.
Defensive player of the year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Still really good player. Still developing. Still really young. His free throw percentage is like super duper concerning so far this year. The shooting is something that like has to kind of come along for him to reach that next level. And like the regression with the free throw so far is very strange. He's like shooting more per game than he ever has, but he's almost like 13% less than he was last year.
Wow.
It's like,
did you, so I send you some of these like warm-up videos before the game, and one of them had Mobley practicing free throws before it.
Yeah.
His form is all kinds of messed up.
There's something very weird that's happened with him.
There's a hitch. The load up takes forever. And I just, I think, I don't know, man. Some of the regression this year, they've obviously leaned on him. They want him to be more of an offensive factor for them, right? To like take them over the top. And I think we all agree the Cavs, they got to do that in order to make that next leap, make it to the finals. Like Mobley is the big swing factor for them. I don't know if he can be the offensive guy that they expect him to be. That's my question with him.
Oh, I think at this point, probably not. I'm like, feel pretty comfortable saying that. I mean, I will say the shooting thing is weird to me because his like quick trigger 3 has looked really good this year.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's right. Not bad.
Yeah. And then even some of the stuff off the dribble has looked really good. And all I can think is whatever they've been doing there, right, has affected him on the free throw line. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I've worked with a lot of guys on shooting, and there's mechanical stuff and there's mental stuff, and there's mental stuff that creates mechanical stuff. If you're overthinking it, if you're trying to put the ball in the rim, it's actually not a good way to shoot, especially on free throws. And it could just be, when you're standing there, man, the whole world is looking at you. And maybe it's just that. I don't know. But I just don't like the handle looks good right now, but he still doesn't seem like he's comfortable there, like attacking.
Yeah.
If he had any sort of a back to the basket game, not a post up, like I don't think he, like it's not that league, and he's like not big enough.
Bully ball.
Not really, but like if he could create with his back to the basket, like if you could feed him the ball at the elbow and he could spin and go, or if he could draw the double and make a pass, but he's not going to be that guy.
Yeah, he needs to, and I think a lot of these guys need to establish like, okay, like what is, like if you were to try to explain to somebody, this is like Evan Mobley's go-to way he has to score.
Right.
What would you say it is? Because like there's a lot of like these power forward bigs like through the history of the league that you're like, yeah, like this is how they killed people. Like this is the way that they did it.
I guess pick and roll, like, but that's not him creating. That's him getting set up to do that, Yeah.
And it's not like he's, I don't know that it is effective, but it still doesn't feel like it's like his. You know what I mean?
He can anchor your defense, but he probably needs to be the third most important guy at best in your offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lucky for him, he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need Garland back.
I like this the comment on YouTube that Mobley's go-to move is a wide open dunk thanks to Garland and Mitchell. And that is literally what
it is true though.
You know, he benefits so much from the gravity of those guys.
Yep.
And I just, again, like when we were looking at him defensively, he's amazing. But the offensive stuff is just so rough. I mean, you'd rather he was your fourth best offensive player right now, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of offensive engines, I'm going to take Alperen Sengun here.
Great
pick. Great pick. Yeah.
I have been
he was almost a Thunder.
He was for just a few minutes. He was.
Yep.
Wore the hat.
I know. I said a Thunder, and I don't like it.
Is it like Jazz, where it's like jazz? They say Jazz man, which I hate. I can't stand it.
That's terrible.
The Jazz man, but like
because you can't say
man,
he's a Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one says he's a Thunder.
A heater. Do they say a heater? He's a heater.
But they do say he's a Sun when they do Phoenix Sun.
Yeah. You just say they're a Thunder player.
Maybe because Thunder is a sound, and the sun is physical.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry. Anyway.
I've been slow on Sengun, and this is probably more of a me problem than it is anything else. Because this archetype of player, I think, is really hard to build around in the NBA.
Yep.
Specifically, like a big that is not great defensively, that is maybe not your very best offensive player, but he's like one of your top 3 players. When you think about Vucevic as like kind of like the token guy, where it's like. And the problem with those guys is not only are they not great defensively, but because they're so good offensively, they get paid a lot. And so now you're tying so much of your cap to these kinds of players that you feel like you can't win at the highest level with. And I think like he is closer to surpassing that than he is to being like the Vucevic type of player.
Yeah.
And so he's been better defensively. A lot of it is that he's surrounded by guys that everybody defends, and if he does happen to be the weakest link, he's not like the worst guy to have out there. He doesn't have to anchor their defense.
He's such a great rebounder, right? Like he still provides value even as a below average, like what we would consider below average defender. But his rebounding is so like he actually provides positive value out there. So and I'm with you. Like I was probably a little slow on him too. Same reason.
Yeah.
But they built this really great team around him that highlights all of his strengths. And even the stuff with him and Reed Shepherd, like that 2-man game, that works because of Sengun. I mean, Reed Shepherd looks great because he gets to play with Sengun and with KD.
Screen setting. It's funny, man. Like the first 4 names here, which I agree with. Like these are the top 4 guys in this draft. All of these guys, in order to blossom, required the right context, right? Like Cade needed the shooters, needed the spacing. Malik Beasley, right? Scotty needs to have a BI type score creator next to him. Mobley needs like we talked about, Mitchell, Garland, etc. Sengun, the crazy defenders around him allowed him to be this offensive hub. So it's just like these guys are obviously all-star, all NBA level players, but how important context is to these guys reaching their ceiling is just a different animal, because there are some guys who thrive despite context or irregardless of context. These guys very clearly needed like the right thing around them to be as good as they possibly can be. So it's just an interesting kind of thing there. Speaking of a guy who probably still needs a better context around him, Franz Wagner. This is where I'm going with Franz. I'm high on Franz as a player. I think he's an elite driver. He creates a lot of good offense because of that. I think the Magic, and Dave, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but overall, I think they have to figure out what their priorities are offensively and how they want to prioritize their guys, get them in the best situations possible. You need to be really creative with that Magic offense. And I don't think there's a ton of creativity there right now. they've allowed themselves to play a little bit faster without Paolo, but how are you going to reincorporate Paolo in once he's healthy while also providing Franz with kind of the context that works with him? He obviously, the shooting is the big swing factor here. Like if he's going to be a decent pull-up shooter and catch and shoot player, that's the biggest swing for him as a player generally. But I think he will eventually be an all-star level player. I think he has like all NBA level potential. It's just similar to those 4 guys we just talked about. Can he be put in the context to do that? You know,
shooting for him is the biggest thing. A buddy of mine coached him on the German national team, and he said he plays like a wrestler. Like he's so physical, and he was talking about the first time he coached him like skills, and he just wasn't ready for just how like solid he was. And truly, like he came in the NBA with an NBA ready body and has used that to his advantage. If the shot comes around, this guy becomes a completely different player.
It's been better too. Like he's been better this year.
He's had ankle trouble. You know, he had improved his shot, hurt his ankle in the 23 World Cup, and then has kind of dealt with ankle issues since then. And maybe he's healthier right now. Like, I mean, the ankle really, like, people just don't realize how much it can affect your jump shot. I know that saying it out loud is like, duh, but like, we don't think about it. A guy comes back from an ankle sprain and his numbers are down, and people don't think about the fact that, oh yeah, it hurts to shoot.
Yeah.
But with Franz, if he can ever shoot, the guy's a different player.
Yeah. Very curious where you go here, by the way.
Oh, well, I mean, to me, this is pretty simple, especially with the way this year has gone. I'm going to take Jalen Johnson with the first one here.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. Right now, he's averaging 21.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 38% from 3. I mean, like, this guy is an elite playmaker all of a sudden. Like, I mean, you think about his size and athleticism, and did you guys see the dunk that he had the other day?
Yeah, he's like, the dude flies.
And he's trying to just kill everyone.
He wants to dunk everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If the Hawks called Orlando and said, let's swap Jalen Johnson for Franz Wagner, who says no?
I think the Magic say no. Wow, that's tough, actually. I don't know.
I think Atlanta says no.
Paolo and Jalen Johnson, like, kind of very similar to Franz and Paolo, require the same areas of the floor.
It does.
Jalen Johnson is a better shooter. And I think just being more of a, I mean, just a multi-level scoring threat makes a big difference. And he would maybe work better next to Paolo because of the shooting, but Jalen Johnson would be,
I guess.
But anyone who's going to play next to Paolo is going to have to adjust their game, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I would say Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson just feels like he has this. I mean, what's his ceiling?
Like
Paul George,
Paul
George.
If he could shoot like Paul George, that would be quite the thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna. The volume is gonna.
The volume
increase like a ton, right?
Yeah, and maybe it will when Trey comes back. You know, like that's the other thing is like the ball being in his hands a lot is gonna keep it down. Actually,
yeah.
He's at 3.4 attempts per game. I mean, the thing about PG, and like when people compare people to Paul George, that dude got up so many attempts.
He was basically like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson for a stretch of his career, as far as like being 40%.
His second and last year in OKC, he was at 10 attempts a game. From 3.
Where does Paul George rank on 3-pointers made all time?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
He's got to be high up there. I'll figure it out.
I got you. He's 6th amongst active players, and he is 9th all time.
That tracks.
It's kind of crazy that there's 6 players in the top 10 who are active, but that's
okay. So my next pick, undrafted Austin Reeves. I was
hoping you'd miss him. I was hoping you'd somehow forget. Yeah,
he was one of the first people I penciled in.
Okay.
28 points a game, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, I didn't know this guy was going to be this good. I don't think anybody did, obviously, because he went undrafted. And he has kind of turned himself into, I mean, we were talking about it with Jovan last year, where he was maybe the best number 3 in the league, right? Just reliable. What is it? He definitely is now, right?
The best number 3.
Is he even a number 3?
Oh, come on. He's playing with Luka and LeBron. I like
Yeah,
whatever.
41-year-old LeBron James. Like, this is
all NBA last season.
No, no, you're right.
I can only respond to the evidence I have in front of me. And LeBron was hurt, but my memory's much longer. LeBron's still like a top 10 or 12 player, it seems.
Yeah.
No, it's just because, like, offensively, the Lakers use him like he's the number 2,
Yeah.
But
for now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chet, number 3 guy.
Yeah.
Amen Thompson.
Okay, but is it
guy?
closer than we would think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Jalen Suggs is like a different kind of number 3 guy, but like his like added value, and we'll have a chance to talk about it soon. But like the added value of just winning is just there. Like he just has all these intangibles about him that you're like, I just want that guy on my team, kind of thing. Austin's really good. He has to show it in the playoffs. Like he has to show that he can be like that third guy in the playoffs. And like the Lakers are going to find themselves in a really interesting position next summer, because I think they would like to kind of keep everything open. So
they have to pay him though.
Get somebody, but it's like, okay, now like you can't let this guy go, and he's earned a pretty fat paycheck. So that'll be like an interesting summertime deal. But anyways, Austin Reeves at 7.
Yeah.
S, you're back up.
I can go 3 different ways with this. And I'm kind of split. There are 3 players that I'm considering right now.
Okay.
I think all 3 that I honestly think all 3 have a good case. I think I'm going to lean with the guy who is turning heads the most this season, which is Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think I'm going to do it.
Whoa.
I think I'm going to commit to it. Obviously off to a tremendous start this season. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, basically a triple-double. It's like 9.9, 9.5 regardless. The 3-point shooting seems to be there now to a certain degree, like 37% last year, 38% this year on similar volume. We'll see if that sticks. Like it seems like that's now going to be at least on mid-volume part of his career. I guess generally his defense is not good, and the Bulls are not good defensively either. And I think very similar to some of these other flawed players that we've mentioned so far, like Josh needs the perfect context around him. They need to build with plus wing defenders and guys who can scramble and, kind of work around all that type of stuff, right? To make him a better defensive player. But he's big. He can rebound. I think he will be able to get gaudy box score numbers. I think because of that, he will be an all-star at some point in his career, maybe this year.
He's almost averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be an all-star.
Like,
I think it was you, Andrew, on Slam and Jam who said he could be the first-time all-star this year, right?
Yes.
I think your case has panned out perfectly, because you were like, he's probably going to average a triple-double. Boom. He's averaging a triple-double. The scoring is through the roof right now. I think the Bulls have picked the perfect type of context offensively around him, not defensively. I think he's a good player, man. I think he's figured it out. I think, to the point Joel Lorenzi made when he was on the show a couple weeks ago, Josh is a guy who needs the ball in his hands, and the Bulls are willing to have Josh be the guy to create for them. So that's why he's doing as well as he is right now.
Yeah. And what's funny is that had Jalen Williams been what people thought he was going to be, just like this role player wing, like do it all role player wing, where it's like he can shoot, he can handle some, he can pass. That's great. But he just like exploded and became like a literal all NBA, all defense player. And Josh was supposed to be that guy for OKC though. Like he was supposed to be the second guy next to Shea and be the guy, like be this guy where the context that you're talking about is really the Thunder,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Minus Jalen Williams, that was supposed to be his context, because you can't really think of a better center to pair with him than Chet Holmgren. like a guy that protects the rim at that level and shoots that way. And then you have like the score that Shea is next to him, and he can be like this big creator.
Yeah.
But the problem in OKC was that Jalen just got so much better than him so fast that it was like, okay, now Josh, you do the things you do worst, and that's defend and shoot corner threes.
Yeah. And
he was not good at it because he's asked to do everything he's not good at. So the Bulls do need to like find their, you can't just go find Chet Holmgren, but like a version of that can defend. And
Anthony Davis, come on down.
No. The Bulls, look, they need players who play. Okay, that is the Bulls' hallmark. Yeah. They play their guys. They play hard. It's why they wind up in the play-in, right?
Yeah,
they play themselves in, literally.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis not going to play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he has no market.
Player. We have a joke on back when it was like Anthony Davis was like in his second or third year. People used to ask questions on Down to Dunk, like, "Hey, can we?" Like, how do we get an Anthony Davis type player was like the question. And it was like, y'all, like, get the number 1 pick in the draft. Like that's
right. Yeah.
Like there's your option of like how to get an Anthony Davis type player. But yeah, Josh has had a great season so far. He had a great.
I'm comfortable picking Josh here.
After Zach LaVine was gone, like he really picked it up. He's shown a lot of potential. The Bulls are at least fun. Like that's a fun team.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, okay. I'm up at 9 and 10. And I will take Trey Murphy.
Oh.
He was next on my board.
That was the other guy I was debating.
Yeah.
Okay. Trapped in the hellhole that is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
He's got to
get out of there,
number 1, and find a good context. Because if this guy was if he was like on the Knicks, or if he was on the Nuggets, or if he was on the Timberwolves, or if he was on the Warriors, or any team, people would be talking about this guy way differently. But he's like trapped in maybe on the worst team he could be on in the Pelicans, and no one really notices like what he's able to do. I mean, the guy is 26-3 with 1.7 steals per game. He takes 8 threes a game at 37%. He's
one of the best shooters in the NBA. Yep.
Incredible shooter, incredible dunker, incredible personality as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
really likes Tevin Campbell.
He likes what?
Tevin Campbell.
What's Tevin Campbell?
The singer.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know who that was either.
Yep. That's all I know about Trey Murphy personally.
Yeah. I just think that the Pelicans are almost invisible, like to the NBA at this point. Like the only thing that people want to talk about when it comes to the Pelicans is the fact that they traded their pick and their front office is a disaster. Yeah. And yet they have this guy who really is an all-star level player, just kind of hiding in plain sight down there in Trey Murphy. And I feel like if he was on a different team or in a different context, he probably would have gone higher, but he's got some of that New Orleans Pelicans stink on him. And so he just falls several places. Like he could be in the Jalen Johnson spot. He could be in the Franz Wagner spot.
If he's in the right context, right?
Yeah.
That's good. I just think he's in the worst context for a player that plays NBA basketball.
He is like he's near the top of my list of like, if the Raptors wanted to make some sort of swing move, he's the guy to go out and get. Like Derek White is in that category. Trey Murphy is in that category. Like that, they need another guard/wing guy who can shoot the ball, shoot the leather off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Trey is that guy. And to your point, like, if he's in a different context, I think he could really, really pop off.
It's amazing that we talk about how this, it's like a league that values length and athleticism and shooting and ball. Like he does everything.
He literally does
everything. And I mean, when we were talking about Cam Johnson all this time, not very often you hear people say, "Hey, how about Trey Murphy? How come teams why wasn't Trey Murphy the hot girl at the club?"
Yeah.
Pelicans clearly don't value the guy.
No, they don't.
I mean, I look, the way the Pelicans are making trades, I would just call and ask,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
phone though? You gotta.
Yeah.
Both, all of them.
This is, by the way, at this point in the draft, there's a drop off.
Oh yeah.
So I'm very curious where you go.
I
Next.
still no. There's one more. I think there's one more guy that belongs up in that top 10 is pretty solid.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to be.
Okay, I'm curious.
I'm thinking Jalen Suggs right here.
That's right. That's who I thought.
Like,
okay. Actually, I thought he was drafted already. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right. The other Jalen.
Hard-nosed player, like a guy that you trust to be on your team to help you win. And has the leadership stuff. He's good enough. He's a good enough shooter. He's not the guy that people were hoping that he would be, like, offensively. Like he's more of like the Marcus Smart role than he is like your primary point guard. But he's just going to help you win basketball games. And you need these kind of guys on your team. Like if you're Orlando, I think you feel really comfortable with him occupying that spot and figuring out the rest because he is just that kind of player. So yeah, give me Jalen Suggs.
I like it. Okay, now is where there's a bit of a drop off.
Yeah, now it's
where beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, now this is a personality test for the
yes, it totally
who are you? Like who are you? Are you okay? I'm curious.
I'm locking in on this one guy who I think people have forgotten about, similarly to another guy we just talked about in Trey Murphy, because he plays for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh man,
I'm going to take Herb Jones here. I think Herb is one of the best defenders in the NBA. I think, unfortunately, he is in a context where that does not matter. I think he can shoot the ball better. What is he right now? Let's see. He's 36% this year.
That's what he is career.
Yeah, that's about, I would say like 36, 37% is probably where he's going to be at for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
If that pans out, plus being literally all world defensively, I think that's one of the best 3-and-D players you can get. It just depends on like his context and where he is, because it just doesn't matter in New Orleans. It really doesn't matter if you have I saw someone say this, maybe it was Shamit Dua, shout out to my guy, but similarly to Alex Caruso on the Bulls, where it's like, this guy is obviously a very talented defender and very useful offensive player, but what does it matter when he was playing for the Bulls? He just needs to go to a team where what he does is important.
Connective offensive pieces require things to connect.
100%. Yeah. And there's nothing there. There's nothing there in New Orleans for him to. So Herb Jones seems the way to go here.
Okay. Herb Jones.
Oh man.
Dave.
Gosh,
you got
this
two
is hard. I'm gonna fight my desire to lean into my bit and pick Mamu, although Mamu is great and he's just on the outside of this.
I might, I gotta pick.
If I was Andrew, I definitely would take Mamu. Right. Look, I'm gonna take these two guys back to back and just talk about them together. I'm gonna take Quentin Grimes and I'm gonna take Jalen Green.
Okay.
Look, scoring guards. I think Jalen Green, if he went here in the draft, man, we feel way differently about this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His first step is insanely fast. He gets to the basket. He actually, like last year, defended very well with the Rockets team. I think he's an underrated player, and it is very tied into the fact that he went number 2. Period.
Yeah.
Quentin Grimes is the other way. He's underrated player. I think that a lot of people don't know that Quentin Grimes is like just about a 20-point a game scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That guy could probably, I think he's a starting guard in the NBA, and he's just in a place where, he's kind of buried, right? There's so many guys and there's not much incentive to make him the featured guy. I don't know he's not better than Tyrese Maxey, but I think Grimes is a much better player than people realize.
It's there are teams out there that need guards, and none of those teams would ever trade Quentin Grimes though.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they would never. A team that's desperate for guards. I'm talking about Dallas. They traded him. They're the ones who did it.
Okay. any trade that the Dallas Mavericks made historically just has to be thrown out the window, right?
That trade on its face was just like a fireball offense.
Yeah,
it's really dumb. I was just like really, really dumb. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I mean, imagine him on Dallas right now. Like, how much would he be?
He would be awesome. Yeah,
he would be great.
Like,
they still would be pretty bad.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis still probably not playing.
Yeah, but I mean, like that, just having a useful guard.
Yeah. Well, how about a youthful guard? That, like, I mean, the guy is young. I mean, this is the thing about trading this guy. It was like, these dudes do not actually grow on trees.
Yeah. He's kind of had a similar trajectory to like Nikhil, where he's like this like first round pick, and for whatever reason, both these guys have had to bounce around to reach their destination. And I don't think it's like the kind of people they are. It's just been really weird for both of them. And the fact that like even Minnesota decided not to keep Nikhil was strange. And the fact, like, you look back at all these teams that didn't keep Quentin Grimes, is like, this is really weird. Like, I really don't know what to do with this.
I think the bias of draft position for a front office, right? So the bias of draft position, these salary slots have a huge effect. I mean, Andrew, you know, like, I mean, a huge effect on all sorts of moves. But front offices, like, they have their pet projects, you know. It's going to be tough for a team, like, if they draft a guy and they draft him high, they're going to have a harder time moving that guy than a guy like Grimes. Period.
Yeah.
Less emotional attachment, because they are human beings. As much as they want to act like they're robots, they do have emotional attachment to these draft picks.
Yeah. Except when it comes to Quentin Grimes. And you took Jalen Green.
Yeah. I mean, again, he's a good player. I think if he's not the number 2 pick, this is about where we feel he is. And I mean, I think he's totally fine guard.
Yeah. I am kind of averse to this kind of player in that they play like they're the number 1 guy, but they can never be your number 1 guy.
Right.
Yeah, there's actually another guy like that in this draft class that we haven't talked about yet.
And like the ultimate version of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
the pinnacle of that version.
I almost took Cam Thomas, but I did not want to go too hard into the bit. I think Jalen Green's a better player than Cam Thomas.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. I just think like the Zach LaVines and even DeMar DeRozans of the world that like have to play, in order for them to play their game, they have to be the guy. But there are so many players that are at such a higher level that if you bring those guys in, they're going to make up a majority of your cap sheet, and you're going to have to figure it. Now, the good thing about Jalen Green is that he doesn't.
Right. It's a great contract.
He's on a good contract. Raphael Stone's done an amazing job with contract. He's done so well.
Here's the thing about Jalen Green. All right, I want to see, like, we haven't had a chance to really see him play next to Devin Booker. And you know, guards, they benefit playing next to elite guards all the time. We see this quite often. He's clearly not the number 1 guy in the pecking order, but he also guards. Like, he does defend, and I think that has to matter a little bit. Like, when we're talking about these guys, he's not. I mean, I'd rather he was the 6th man, obviously, than a starter. Yeah. We would feel much
That's
better
always the
about
thing
him,
with these
right?
guys, right? It's like if they could just succumb to being the bench player, you know?
Right. Yeah. But I think Jalen is this is about where he would go. I feel somewhere in this range.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a Jalen Green guy. I'm trying to think of
Andrew's taking Aaron Wiggins for sure. I thought about taking Aaron Wiggins.
I'm honestly thinking about taking it just so Andrew can't take him, you know?
Because Aaron Wiggins, like, if Aaron Wiggins is on a different team, I don't know what it looks like, man. That guy is insane.
He's the best.
He's so good.
Yeah, he is really good. There's also there's another player here that went in the top 7 of this draft.
Yeah, there is.
That, like, maybe in another world, like, if he gets traded this year, could be higher. I feel like I kind of just want to take him for the sake of taking him.
Just a value pick.
Just a value pick here. I'm gonna take Jonathan Kuminga. Why not?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He has to eventually become a good player, right? That's my thing.
No.
I'm glad Dave and I both agree on this.
No.
Like there's too much there. And
nah, man,
if he could
he's
just
still playing
harness,
defense like he's wearing like wooden clogs.
I mean, it's if we're talking skill set, like NBA body, like he's going like number 2 for me probably. But the fact that like he just cannot make it work with some of the best players to ever play the game.
Right.
To ever play the game. And like you can't in here for years, and you just can't figure out how to play with these guys. I'm so out. I am so out. Like, look at the rest of this list. Most of those guys I would trust to figure out how to play with Steph and Draymond. Almost all of those guys. I'd be like, yes, you can do it. He can't do it. And that to me is the biggest red flag ever.
Okay, fine. You've convinced me, and I want to change it. And Donkey16 brought up a very good point. I'm taking Davion Mitchell here.
Davion Mitchell has been better. He has been better. Davion Mitchell has been better than Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, he's completely turned around his career, by the way, because when he was on the Raptors, it was like, is he going to stay in the league? And then obviously the 3-point shot.
Another top 10 pick, by the way.
Another top 10 pick. Like the 3-point shot has panned out. A very good decision maker. Obviously an elite defender for his position. I just think he's
and honestly,
he'll stick around.
Wait, we gotta also say maybe a top 5 nickname of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Off Night is a top 5
it's
nickname
incredible.
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. He's thrived.
There's like 6 players Andrew could take here, but he's gonna take Aaron Wiggins.
He's got to. He's got to. Aaron Wiggins is too good.
I mean, you wouldn't be wrong in taking Aaron Wiggins. Like Mamu is here, Ayo Dosunmu is here. You can take the value pick of Cam Thomas if you believe in Santi Aldama.
Listen,
I do. Moses Moody,
Yeah, Moody's fine. He's fine.
Kispert,
Corey Kispert, he's fun.
Yeah.
Also, like another context guy where he has been in the wrong context for his entire career.
Yeah.
If he was on a good team, that would help him a lot. I'm like crazy biased for Aaron Wiggins, the person, because he's just a delightful guy.
Yeah.
And he is one of like the hidden best 3-level scorers in the NBA. Like the guy can hit threes, he can hit jumpers, off the dribble in the mid-range, he can get to the hoop. He can do it all. He's not a great defender. He's probably one of the weaker links defensively on the Thunder, mostly because he has to defend bigger guys typically. And he's really not that big. But he is willing. He's in the right spots. And he's just one of the funnier people that I know. And
he's a microwave.
He's a 6 man. He's been out for a little while.
Yeah.
He has an abductor strain. On Down to Dunk, I said pray for his abductor, but I should have said abductor. Anyways, Aaron Wiggins, I think he's awesome and he's super funny, and so I have to put him here. But yeah, a lot of good role players left, and you could. If you're a Cam Thomas believer, maybe you're a Trey Mann guy. Like those are
I think Trey Mann is so good.
Scorers off the bench that I think can really help teams. Mamu is somebody that should have probably gone.
Yeah,
it's been outrageous for the Raptors.
Ayo, man, Ayo Dosunmu.
Ayo's on my list. Ayo's 19th on my list.
Yeah,
Ayo's good.
Yeah,
Ayo can play. But yeah, let us know what you think of the list.
Oh yeah, Deuce McBride too.
Deuce McBride is another one that is good. Yeah.
Also,
on this list,
might be the best undrafted class too, between Austin Reeves, Jose Alvarado, Jay Huff, Sam Hauser, Trendon Watford, Keaton Wallace, even, who's playing for the Hawks. Like
a Keaton Wallace mention.
Wow.
Hey,
yes,
he exists. He's good. I actually kind of like Keaton Wallace, to be honest with you.
Guys, we just got maybe the best compliment I've ever gotten on a single live stream. Someone asked us to expand the draft. Always leave them wanting more. That's awesome. Thank you. That's a great compliment. But no.
Let us know about our drafts. If you need the list, maybe we'll post it on social, but also just go to YouTube if you're listening on the app, and you'll get to see them listed out.
Yeah,
I have them in a doc here with us live on YouTube. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Dave, your favorite Thanksgiving food? Ask your favorite Thanksgiving.
Oh, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie.
Okay, besides dessert.
Candied
pumpkin
yams.
pie is not dessert, but pumpkin pie is a side to me.
Hey, it's absolutely a dessert.
Candied yams.
Okay, me too.
Okay, wait. No, hold on a second. Candy in the name, and you're saying that's not a dessert?
It's not a dessert.
No,
it's not a dessert, man.
This is just.
They are chosen for us. The categories are chosen for us. We are just picking whenever it's time.
That's not a dessert.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. And by the way, turkey overrated.
Yeah, turkey's a bad bird. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think, honestly, probably mashed potatoes, which is so funny because you get mashed potatoes whenever you want. But something about Thanksgiving mashed potatoes.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
we'll put extra butter.
Oh yeah, and rolls. I don't know, the bread. Like honestly, good yeast rolls or whatever, dinner rolls.
Yeah.
Stuffing. I like stuffing too if it's done right. Good stuffing is solid.
Totally.
But yeah, candied yams is the special. My wife makes a very good. I mean, like it's not hard to make candied yams because it's just like tons of sugar.
Yeah,
it's some yams.
I'm trying something tomorrow called tofurkey.
Oh,
apparently,
I don't think that'll be good.
That sounds terrible.
I will report back. I will let you know.
Have you guys ever had a stuffing waffle?
No. Oh man, that's a good idea.
So the day after.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Put it in a waffle iron.
What do you have it with though?
And then you can throw. Then if you want to throw turkey and
like some gravy or some shit,
and whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go gravy, if you want to go
saute some green onions and some scallions.
Sure.
Right? Throw it on top, almost like a Korean pancake.
Oh yeah. I love
it. Just want to throw that out there. That the stuffing waffle the day after Thanksgiving.
I love that this has turned into a food podcast here in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good stuffing waffle.
Also, wow, I forgot mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I'm from the South, and so I have opinions on mac and cheese, but I also am not a mac and cheese guy. That makes sense. Like there's a way it has to be in order for me to have even a little bit, but I probably have had mac and cheese on Thanksgiving twice in my life.
Wow.
Sad.
Something about too much cheese just doesn't do it for me.
Something about too much cheese.
I get light cheese on pizza. So just I don't know.
What's your go-to type of pizza?
Oh, margarita. I'm a pizza guy, so like go classic all the time. Yeah, margarita.
Little vodka margarita. I like it.
Yeah, really good. Especially if like you got a hot chili oil.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a big sopressata guy,
I mean, so since I stopped eating meat, right?
Yeah,
like it's a different thing. But I mean, this summer in Italy, it was very hard to turn it down.
Turn down the
sopressata.
Yeah. Very good. Anyways. So
now we're just hanging.
Yeah. Food podcast launching soon.
That's right.
Give me a Domino's pizza. All right. I don't need anything fancy. All right. Hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving. We will have Slam and Jam on Friday. this week. Sam Vecini joined Alex and I, and we talked about the 2026 draft. We also did trivia over the 2025 rookies. That was very hard. It was extremely difficult. So hope you guys enjoy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you guys again on Friday.